Okay, welcome back to Ottoman Sunset. There are not many videos, and they all say that they show the game and you don't really learn from that. So I had to buy my own copy to figure it out. The rule book is very detailed, but all very old-fashioned, and that is not positive because it goes over, like it tries to start with the game equipment, and then some playing pieces, like here are sample markers, for example. It should never be sample markers. It should be right up to every icon. It should be described how many and where they should be put. There is no box organization to speak of. It was all in one big ziploc and in a soot-stained punch board, and it was really soot-stained because this box hasn't been opened in 10 years, and it was still. I had to wash my hands a few times. With soap, and so yeah, there is here a small setup. It should be on a single page. The organization isn't perfect. It's just that it tries to cram in as many information as possible. There are how the game. So this can be improved. It doesn't hold up to modern standards. Their gameplay consists of drawing cards that you have little to no agency over, and when you're trying to cope with things. If the intelligence bureau for the East is started, then for one action you can send off your agents to Persia or Afghanistan or India, and once they are in Persia, Afghanistan or India, they cannot go to another country, but you can recall them, and recalling them takes 2 actions. For a theater, you resolve it, and it immediately goes into victories, defeats, or stalemates, and the victories count if you survive. So you first have to survive this deck, but if you survive, then your victories and defeats and stalemates count towards your score. Movements, so all these dudes get close to Constantinople during the game, and you can put mines here to deter the British from entering via sea. There is also Gallipoli that I don't really understand yet, and and what you do as the default gameplay is that you have these 3 daytime pass things. So there's evening, midday, which is blue, and morning, sunrise, yellow. Which I think, what you also can do, and this is more or less my preference, is just go via the numerical sequence. And for example, here on card 3, there is the shuffle the midday cards into the deck. That is something that you skip in such a setup. So the Gallipoli I don't understand yet, and the Kaiserschlacht I don't understand yet. But how it works is you have these squares, like Vittoria Venero. If such a card has a value here. You do the Eastern Theater battle. So you put the corresponding track token on it. So this is the off-map theater box, and it has these square things for certain events. Not really sure why this is German. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, so you place it and then you roll die with modifications, I think. I have to look it up. But if you roll higher, then it goes into victory. If you go lower, it goes into defeat. It's very simple. Maybe a little bit too simple. Then this card tells you to place the Dunster Forest or not, and that's very simple. No events. Yeah, this is the Kaiserschlacht marker. You have to place on the map. The Kaiserschlacht marker is here. So it's pretty straightforward. And then you conduct a phase each turn from now on. So if you would shuffle the game for more variability, then this would occur earlier in the deck, probably. No events. You remove the Caucasus units, so that's if you drew this first, it would change the game considerably. So that's why I would be hesitant to start with such a game completely shuffled. Again, you have this Eastern Theater, place a token, move it to victories, defeats, or stalemates. War Weariness. Historically, it starts off late. And you roll a die and you advance a certain track. Then here you have you have these tracks for green. Here green starts. They're up front. This is again theater. This is the track. This is the Ilbrim markers. From now on you can use them. So if you draw this too late, then for sure you will lose the game. This is the orange track, green track. This is a theater card. This is the something different. Asia Corps. You advance Mesopotamia. This is a theater. So you have theater cards, no event cards, and cards that move advance a track, and some extras like Fortification of Gaza. Fortification of Gaza is for this location to push back, but if they have advanced already, then this card will have no effect because the army is already nearby. So this deck is not very resistant to randomization. Some things can break the game. The yellow thing, Gallipoli, no events, the U-boats. So if you draw this first, then there will be no British fortitude at all. Let's see, this is a theater, yellow thing, theater, no events. The Narrows, the minefields, Persia. So let's do this. In modern games you would probably draw 2 cards and then select which one you want to resolve and then draw another card, so you always have more agency. It would make the game considerably easier, but if you play it as victory points, games designed it, or as Darren designed it, it would be, yeah, also very simplistic, because you have almost no agency. So let's see how far we get, and Baghdad Railway. So we start with advanced Mesopotamia. So you look up Mesopotamia, that's this. So it advances. Place the intelligence bureau on of the east, so you place it here. Then you have one action. So one action can be to add bombs here in the minefield for the British fortitude track. It could be to push back this this army back to Basra. It can be to what else can you do? There's not much more that you can do. So I don't know. Let's spend an action to versus one boxes if in Turkey. Goes to DRM. Okay. Let's put it in India, for example. So that it costs an action, and that's the event is done. So then, retreat Salonika. Retreat Salonika. No. There is nothing in Salonika, so it doesn't retreat. Caucasus doesn't retreat. So this is an unfortunate card to try now. Advance the Arabs. We have no Arabs because it's green. Green does not exist yet. We advance to Sinai. So advance to Sinai. Yeah, and two actions. So we push back.